Hello and good evening, folks. Welcome along to IRC eSports here, and we are here for round 14 of season 16, and we are here at the lovely Bahrain Grand Prix here. This track here, 3.363 miles long, or if you prefer that in kilometres, that's 5 kilometres, 0.412. 3 DRS zones here with 15 corners, and we're going to have a sprint race as well, which we are doing the qualifying for right now, and then that's going to be 10 laps, and then we've also going to be having the main race, which is going to be 29 laps of racing. So just give me a few moments, folks. So, looking on right now, I think the tyres that we're going to be using are the softest of the bunch, C3, C2 and C1. No, the hardest of the bunch, sorry. C3 soft, C2 mediums and C1 hard compound tyres. Temp Shadow already putting in a quick lap there, a 129.175. I think Jetfish would have got up there, but he is not going to be doing a lap. He's actually retired quite early. So we're looking on at Roscoe right now, as they're just making their way up to turns 14 and 15. Technically one corner, but counts as two since there is technically two apexes. But to the line, the Williams driver does go and sits into P4 with that 131.265. And that's on the medium compound tyres. There's not a driver on a lap except from Godzilla. We're waiting on Reese still to settle up. So I'm just getting up the chat here while this is all going on. As you see, Godzilla just coming to the end of their lap. Did invalidate their first lap. Let's see if they're going to be going straight to the line to finish their lap, which I think they are. Yep, to the line they go. Go sixth, 132.217. Just ahead of Built and Matt there by 0.3. So, who else is going to be starting the lap? We've got the Silver of Reese, who is going to be starting their lap in just a few moments as they're just rounding Sector 3, the final of the 3 sectors. If anyone is watching, whether they be live right now or be rewatching later on, please feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoy this type of content and enjoy the channel, then subscribe. It really does go a long way. We're at, I think it's 59 subscribers right now. We're just one away from 60, so it would be really would be amazing. But right now, Reese on their lap. DRS is open for the second time for this lap, coming up to turn 4. And to hear that horrible sound of that silver engine, I think it just doesn't sound right, to be honest. But Yeah, I think it is it's Ferrari if I do remember right. Please be right if it is. Um, but yeah, as he's coming around turn 8, they're not using the curb on the exit, but into turn 9 and 10. I'll turn that off. They're just giving the apex a little bit of a kiss there at 10, and a little touch on the exit curb. And now DRS wide open on the run down to 11. This big winding left-hander, and then you've got turns at 12 and 13. 12 was very precarious in the previous games, but now not so as much as a bit better in this sort of thingy. Are you right, Mr. Ian? Good evening, Blue Panda. Yep. So, of course, always rooting for you. Up in second there right now on the soft tyres. Reese does come into the pits. Obviously, not thinking that lap was good enough, but so I'm now known as Mr. Iron Brew. The O is not meant to be there, but right now. On with Mr. Worldwide, Bicycle right now, coming into turns 9 and 10, taking a bit of a big chunk out of that apex there. Blue Panda, if you're going to be putting in another lap, you're going to have to get out real soon, which a few drivers are going to have to, as the time is ticking down, and we've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Now coming into turn 13, does Bicycle, getting a little bit shaky there on the exit. Are they going to be going into the pits, or they won't have time to get in and get back out again? I don't think so. It's going to have to be just this one lap and complete, which it is going to be. So to the line, 7th, 130.617. We'll see who else is up next. Matt did just finish a lap. 130.971 is the best that they can do right now. Asdog is on a lap, but it's just going to be a double warm-up lap. We'll go to double cream cat. Currently not set a time just yet. We'll see how they're going to be getting on as they're coming around turn 3 there. Sporting the number 7 from one of my personal favourite drivers, Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman. Always got to say, did love his attitude, especially when he came out and said that he was joining Sauber again, which ended up turning into Alfa Romeo. But yeah, I always got to say that was quite hilarious. He's just staying for pure mind games for the journalists, and it was quite hilarious to say the least. But just thought something important there. But yeah, looking on at double cream cat, just coming into turn 10, turn 11, going quite wide there, and you could unfortunately tell they are using a controller. You do know these games are, with them being more simulation based, are a bit harder on a controller, and in some cases that is. I will say I was able to be quite quick with a controller, but I lost all that and ended up using the wheel and ended up becoming slow with the wheel. So always fun. But double cream cat 132.297, giving it the best shot there, getting just shy of Godzilla Jr., who's going to be next on to finish their lap. Is that Temps further up? Oh, and Temps has actually invalidated their lap time. Not going to be able to get back around to do another lap, I don't think. I think it's, yeah, I think the time's going to be a bit too much for them, and yep, they're just going to be jumping into the pit lane, I think. Oh no, they're just coming straight to the line to finish their lap. So, Then we'll go, comes across the line. Goddard's managing to just start their lap. We've got Steve Penny, and they've got the Alpine just ahead of them of Godzilla Jr. And they managed to go up to second, 129.301. That knocks Blue Panda down to third place, and Asdog down to fourth. Goddard's still on a lap there. Bilt and Matt coming up to the line in that Williams. What time is they going to be able to put on the board? 130.604, just inching out Faisako there by 13 thousandths of a second. On to Double Cream Cat. They're going again for another lap. We've got Nimby just coming across the line. Toll goes fourth with 129.503. And then Double Cream Cat just coming into the pit lane, so we'll go on board with Goddard's here, who's just coming around at turn 10 with the DRS wide open on that stretch in sector 2. Now around turn 11, using up as much of that track as possible. Getting in as tight as possible there at turn 12, trying to cut out the distance as much as you can, but still try and find the fastest line. You want to carry that momentum with you all the way around this track, from as soon as you leave this corner all the way back around until you cross that line again to finish your lap. Which, let's see what Goddard is going to be able to do. Is he going to be able to take that pole position? I think he did. I think he did take that pole position there. Yeah, but so looks like Goddard is on pole for the sprint. With a 128.840, over 3/10 quicker than Temps Shadow in that Red Bull. Steve Penny in third, fourth for Blue Panda. Nimby in fifth, Asdog sixth, seventh for Roscoe. Bilt and Matt in eighth. Then we've got Faisako in ninth, Godzilla Jr. in 10th, 11th for Double Cream Cat. Reese will start in 12th and 13th for Jetfish, who is our championship leader at the moment. So now we're going to be moving on to a 10-lap sprint race. Stay tuned, folks. So we should see the drivers, they're just waiting for them to get their strategies sorted, deciding what tyres are going to be starting this sprint race on. Is they're going to need to be careful in making sure that they've got the right tyres needed for qualifying next after this for the main race, and also the main race. So we'll have a look at tyres, and we see Rogue Ferrari of Nimby doing his best Carmageddon impression, it seems. And he's on the soft tyres, so we could essentially say, well, that the tyres will be effed. I don't want to be having any backlash from the FIA or that on swearing, so... What the... Right, okay, so it's saying, these tyre strategies are messed up, so we know that everyone's going to be going till the end here. They're not going to be pitting if they can help it. That's just a bit of an odd one, I will say. But we'll see how this goes. So possible race strategies, either hard tyres till the end of a 10-lap sprint, or a soft hard to the end of a 10-lap sprint. Well done, EA. Masters of prediction right there, absolutely beautiful. So only the hard tyres could do 10 laps, it seems. That I highly doubt. I think that's them just being overly safe. I will say. That's maybe if you're thrashing them, doing qualifying laps every single lap. And just, yeah, silly, I would say. So, well, judging by the driving that's happening here, I think a few drivers are going to end up needing to pit at this rate. God, they're struggling to get lined back up right and actually pointing right over in front of Temp's shadow. This is going to be an absolute spectacle right here going into turn one here. And there we go, we've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we're away for the start of the Sprint Grand Prix. Goddard gets a good start, moves right across in front of that Red Bull. Is that going to be detrimental to his start? It looks like there is, and there's carbon fibre flying all over the place there. And is that an Aston Martin off in the background? Goddard's down into third, it looks like at the moment. It looks like Blue Panda's managed to make up 2 places at the start and get up into that second place. Nicely done. Is Goddard's going to be having a stab back at him going into there? No, it doesn't. Looking there, Physical and Steve Penny, both teammates of the Racing Bulls outfit, battling out for that 5th position. And there we see Bilton Matt trying his luck there, it looked like, and he managed to get past. And Steve Penny, under the pressure, has made an error and is now down into 9th place, lost a few positions. Goddard's now managing to get past Blue Panda. We'll have a little check down at Asdog. Asdog having no front wing. Has anyone else got damage? Yep, we can see Roscoe has damage also. Doesn't look like Reese has any. Steve Penny or that. No, but doesn't look like they're all good. And Roscoe and Reese swapping places there. And we can see Roscoe on the inside and they make contact with the understeer of Roscoe. And that sent Reese around. That was it's a bit silly move to be attacking when you've got a dodgy front wing. I will say so. And that's actually hindered Reese right up, and he's all the way down right at the back behind Asdog, who has no front wing. I will say that is not fun, to say the least. We'll go further up at the top here, and we've seen Roscoe and Nimby battling out for that second position. Is Nimby going to be able to attack back around the outside? He's going to try and hold it, but is he going to manage to get that line? A little bit of contact, and the McLaren and the Ferrari, and we've got the Mercedes getting involved here with the RB here, and they're going to end up going 4 wide here. You see the RB taking the mega inside line. Is he going to manage to make it work? Yes, he does, but he goes wide and goes deep, and then through goes the Mercedes of Blue Panda. The Goddards and who's that? Nimby made contact. They're in the wall. Nimby has got front wing damage. Goddard, has he got any damage? Yes, he does. And he's all the way down there. So now Blue Panda has got clear air ahead of him. Physical managing to keep clean up into 3rd place. Jetfish, our championship leader, is up in 5th place. We're going to move back down to Goddard and Steve Penny here, as it looks like actually Nimby and Steve Penny battling out, but Steve Penny managing to get past as he has the front wing mystery? You're not racing mystery? Oh. Just realised there when I looked down at the chat there. No. Oh. Never even realised. I was wondering how where the other Alpine was, to be honest. We're looking on right now. Goddard is looking on at an attack. Is he going to go for it here in the pit lane? Oh, he could have. If he went to the other side, he could have got an overtake there, but didn't decide to do it. And now is Godzilla Jr. going to get a move here on Double Cream Cat. He's going to try and take a better line on the exit. But unfortunately, Double Cream Cat had him covered, and they're both unfortunately struggling for grip. Is Godzilla Jr. going to be able to get up the inside going into turn 4? Nope, he has to hold off for now. Nimby and Goddard's all the way down at the back of the pack right now. We'll go on board with Jetfish, as the Blue Panda's creating a bit of a train behind them now. As we've got Physical, Bilton Matt, Jetfish all just behind. All trying and vying for that 2nd position. Bilton Matt holding off Jetfish quite nicely, even though Jetfish has got the DRS in that Haas. It's not enough. He's not going for it just yet, but this could be the moment. He's going to try and take an alternate line. Built-in Matt trying to be defensive, messes up a little, gets a little bit slip of traction. This could be the moment that Jetfish is needing. He's lagging a little bit, whether that be Jetfish or... yeah, but it's Jetfish that's lagging like crazy, which is unreal. So I'll need to try and notify him of that. So just, if you give me just a moment, we'll go on board here like that right now. And there we go, we see Jetfish going for the move up the inside of Built-in Matt. And now is Built-in Matt going to be able to come back on the attack here? I think he's going to be a little bit hesitant due to the lag and the connectivity issues of Jetfish right now. But I'm going to try and send a message to Jetfish. So, oh, double cream cut swiping across the front there of Steve Penny. That was absolutely insane. Bit of a jump scare there, if I said so there. Racy off the road, and that's at turn 2. So, looks like getting a little bit more, a bit too much on the throttle. And Reese's struggling there. Sorry folks, just getting a few things popping up there. Looking on right now, Jetfish, Physical and Blue Panda are all still battling out here. Built-in Matt has dropped back a bit, and I think, have they got damaged though? No, they haven't. So yeah, we'll have a look at tyres. So I think Jetfish is just insanely quick on this game. Looking on right now at Jetfish though, he could see Physical eyeing up that position up the inside. And he actually has to back out himself due to braking a bit later. Now Physical trying to get a good angle on Blue Panda, actually goes off the track and cuts turn 3. Now Jetfish going up the middle of both of them, up the inside at turn 4 of Blue Panda. Is Blue Panda going to lose 2 places or is it just going to be 1? He's fighting back. Is he going to manage to hold off this battle against the championship leader right now? Nope. In the effort of battling with Jetfish, that has ended up allowing Physical past and up into 3rd place. Now, when is the soft tyres going to start falling off? That's the question. How long is Physical going to be able to hold up this battle? When is the medium tyres going to come into effect? That is going to be the question that we're all waiting to see. Looking on right now, they are still the better tyre right now, but it goes a bit deep, and that's allowing Jetfish to carry that momentum on the switchback. He's got the outside line around turn 12 and 13. Is he going to manage to hold it off? Physical better lifting off just that little bit and try and get that DRS to fight back, but no. Jetfish is the one to lift off a bit earlier. Blue Panda just watching this on, waiting for the mistake, and that, because of Jetfish making that mistake, that's allowed Blue Panda to make that little bit of a mistake. There's a little bit of a chain reaction. Is Built-in Matt going to be able to catch up and get back in the fight in the last few laps? That is the question. Jetfish now moving up into 2nd place. Physical still holding off on this battle here. Is he going to let it slip? No. Looking on at the rear view, we could see Blue Panda coming, steaming up the inside there and stealing away that 2nd place. But is Jetfish going to get the switch back here? Ever tactful mind there. And is the same going to happen again? It looks like it is. And oh, almost. Oh, and it is. The exact same has happened again from the previous lap. It's like deja vu, Groundhog Day. And we're just in the heat of the moment. Double Cream Cat is off the track. And now being overtaken by Godzilla Jr. and down into 8th place after being in 6th just there. Steve Penny actually... Oh, that was odd. Steve Penny actually just let them past. Steve Penny got damaged. Nope, not got damaged. That was a bit of an odd one, we'll say, but we'll move back up to the front of the pack right now and see what is going on. Temp's Shadow is flying away in the lead. 11.3 seconds is the gap. But that's not the one that we're bothered about right now. The battle we're on about right now is second place. And battle for third place is heating up still. We've got Blue Panda now moving up into third place. Still not able to close the gap into the next car, which is Jetfish, who just overtook them the lap ago. But now Faizuko is coming back at Blue Panda and now makes his way back up into that third position. But Blue Panda is going to be fighting this out. And unfortunately, he hasn't got an answer. Double Cream Cat is into the pit lane. So, closest battle right now between Godzilla Jr. and Steve Penny, and Faizuko and Blue Panda. Oh, and Steve Penny now getting past this Godzilla. And now moving up into 6th place. Godzilla Jr. does have a 3-second time penalty. I think it is, so we'll have a quick look. Yep, 3-second time penalty. So that's not going to affect him where he sits right now. And he'll still be able to pick up a couple of fair points. We'll move back up to Blue Panda, who's slipping back a bit. Jetfish not managing to be able to catch Temp's Shadow, but Blue Panda moves up on Faizuko and now moves up into third place. Is Faizuko going to be able to have an answer back going up into turn 4? He's got that DRS and now he slips to the right hand side trying to open up that inside line. Blue Panda goes a bit deep, and is he going to manage to hold off? He's got the inside line for turn 5, but it's turns to the outside again, and he just manages to hold off on that third position, and this is going to be the battle here that we're going to be seeing. And now Bilton Matt has been able to drag himself back in to the battle here. He's just within DRS range. That Williams driver here could be on for a podium if all goes well for them. They just need to overtake these two cars that are just ahead, the RB and the Mercedes. As Williams going to be able to get on that third step of the podium. Looking on at the view of Bilton Matt right now, he could see these two just ahead of him. It's going to be a little bit difficult to overtake Faizuko right away, so he's going to have to just try and look for that opportunity for when Faizuko's probably going to be going for the move, which he's going to have to try and do soon, as the soft tyres will start eroding quite soon and falling off the cliff. Either could maybe even be this lap, depending on how harsh he has been, but we will see that soon. Looking on right now, no order has changed just yet. I think they're going to be waiting for the last lap. I think Faizuko's been careful and waiting until the last opportunity to go for the move. Oh, the Williams there getting a little bit close there to the back of that RB, and I want to be a little bit careful. As dog, is he going to be going for the move on his teammate? Doesn't look like he had the battery, but not the battery, the DRS, but still manages to make it work. Nimby now gets past Roscoe. Has Roscoe been in to get that wing replaced? Yes, he has. We'll probably tell that by the gaps that are around. Yep, so the only one is Steve Penny. The top 6 haven't pit yet. So anyone who's watching here, feel free to fire a comment and let me know how your day has been going and how everything is going right now. Physical still going for that move on Blue Panda. Are we going to see a switch? Yes, we are. But is Blue Panda going to be able to come back? We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. And that is further up. That is Jetfish. Jetfish has done a little oopsie. And now Blue Panda moves up into third position. But Physical is battling out with Blue Panda. And now Blue Panda is going to have to settle back into fourth position. They could see that second place just ahead of him. And Physical getting all out of shape there, coming out of turn number 7 there. Now, let's see who's going to be walking away the victor. We're seeing Physical, Blue Panda, and Built and Matt all battling out here. The trio all seeing Jetfish just ahead of them. Let's see who's going to be going for it here. No one. None of them are going for the move. And it looks like that's going to be having to wait. But Blue Panda is trying everything he can to try and get past. And he's actually running low on fuel, and so's a couple of the drivers. This could be Built and Matt's race here, as the two drivers ahead are on low fuel. How is this going to be? How are they going to be slowing down a bit too much before the line? Because looking at it now, you can see that indicator there of the fuel gauge. Is Built and Matt going to be able to get another overtake done before it? Doesn't look like it. And Temp Shadow came across the line to win with Jetfish in the second, but the battle there that was ensuing was the battle for third between Physical, Blue Panda and Built and Matt. We've just seen Steve Penny coming across the line. We've got Goddard's up next in 7th. Now we've got Roscoe and Nimby battling out, and we've seen a last corner overtake there from Roscoe to take that final point and take that 8th position there. Absolutely smashing there from Roscoe. Did just miss that, unfortunately. And then we'll go further down to see Godzilla Jr., Asdog and Double Cream Cat, both the Aston Martins, and we'll just wait patiently for Reese, who unfortunately never had the best of races. And if anyone heard or hears the rattling going on right now in the back, I do apologise about that. It's my washing machine, unfortunately. Mrs. forgot her commentary tonight, so yeah, she ended up putting the washer on accidentally not too long ago. And yeah, but that should be done by now, fortunately. I think that's just done its last spin, but doing their last spin of the sprint race was Reese there, just finishing up. Actually weird, because it was looking like that car was a bit wet, funnily enough. But we'll look on here and we'll see Temps there getting that victory. Nicely done from them, starting from second and getting a good launch there. Jetfish in second, Physical in third, Blue Panda in fourth. Did start fourth, only driver who did maintain their position. Built and Matt up from 8th to 5th, done very nice there, keeping out of danger. Steve Penny in 6th, 7th for Goddard, Roscoe in 8th, Nimby 9th, Asdog 10th, 11th for Godzilla Jr. and Double Cream Cat in 12th, and Reese rounded us out in 13th. So now we're going to be moving on to an 18-minute sprint, an 18-minute short qualifying session, where we're going to decide who is going to be on pole for the 29-lap Grand Prix. So one thing we do know is the drivers will be able to change their setups should they require. That was one thing that a lot of drivers actually complained about, and a lot of teams complained about, is after Friday, practice 1, when they went into sprint qualifying, there wasn't any you weren't able to change the car again, and that irked a few of them. So now that's changed, and we're going to be able to change our setups a little. So we're already seeing drivers start to take to the track. Alright, so there we go. Sorry about that there, folks. Just had to adjust a couple of settings there. But right now, Steve Penny doing a double warm-up lap, it seems. We'll see his temp's going to be doing the same. Nope, he isn't. So, second place in the sprint qualifying session. What I'll do is I'll just go back and see what time it was that they actually ended up getting in the sprint qualifying. And then we could compare that to now. But looking on right now at times, just coming to turn 11, we'll see how they're going to be getting on. 106.449 going into sector 3. 131.924. It's not going to be truly competitive time. Blue Panda puts in a 129.160. Times have certainly got quicker. I'll see what Temp Shadow's going to put in a 128.322. Absolutely blows that out of the water. That was insane. So, absolutely smashing time there. Nimby has used a bit extra. And that audio from the Ferrari sounds absolutely horrendous. Why how could you mess up a game this badly? 129.560 for the Ferrari of Nimby. Bicycle just taking it a little bit slow. Jetfish trying to use up all of the track. Unfortunately, you can't use up all of the track because over them white lines is not considered the track at all. So, but unfortunate there, but this thing liking to be a pain here, it seems. So the two not doing a lap right now. Roscoe is going to be starting a lap in just a few moments. So we'll see if that's going to be the case for Roscoe, if it's going to be a lap straight away or if it's going to be a double warm-up lap. As we know, we've seen a couple of drivers do that previously. You see, I think that was Bicycle, was it? No, yeah, Bicycle, sorry. No, Steve Penny, my mistake. No, yeah, it was Bicycle. The one annoying thing about Formula 1 with two cars being the exact same almost. Roscoe now starting their lap. Let's sit with the Williams and see how they are going to be doing. Managing to steal that 8th place there at the very last corner in the sprint race just a few moments ago. Let's see if they've got what it takes to carry that momentum on to the main race, onto the qualifying at least right now. Getting around turn 4 nicely there. It was a bit too smooth sometimes. Sometimes you've got to, if the car isn't fighting back, then you're not going as quick as you can then. But we'll see how Roscoe is going to do. Navigates turn 9 and 10 nicely there. They know that is a very difficult corner. You're going downhill and turning at the same time as braking, so very awkward and easy to lock up going into that corner. But man, just to make it look like a piece of cake. Now around turn 12 and 13, and we've only got one more braking zone left, and that's turn 14. After that, it's going to be straight to the line. There we go, turn 14, and there the little small kink of turn 15. And it goes P4, 129.915. Quite a decent time there. We'll go down to Bicycle, who's running low on fuel. We'll see if they're going to be pitting this lap or if they're going to be finishing this lap first. They're finishing it. Only good enough for 6th place at the moment. Not the fastest time at all, just behind their teammate by half a second, unfortunately. We've got Reese E and Jetfish both out on outlaps at the moment. We'll sit with Jetfish and we'll see what limits he is going to be pushing on his lap. As you know, he came from 13th up to 2nd in the Grand Prix, in the Sprint Grand Prix that is, sorry. So we'll see if he's going to be able to carry that on to the Sprint. The main qualifying, jeezy peeps, too many sessions and it's making me all confuzzled. Nicely does it into turn 1. We'll just sit on board with this Haas for now. And we'll see how they're going to be navigating this Bahrain International Circuit, this 3.363 mile long track, or for that in kilometres, 5.412 kilometres with 3 DRS zones, 15 corners, and then we're going to be moving on to the race, which is going to be 29 laps of racing, navigating turn 8 there and now into 9 and 10. Oh, a little bit of an understeer there as he was coming down that hill into turn 10. Shouldn't have affected him too much, that is, but then you want to get a good run all the way down into turn 11 with the DRS section. Round 12, and he's got an Alpine in the way. Oh, and that Alpine just gets out the way there. I think that was Godzilla Jr. just getting out the way there. Yeah, because Mystery isn't here, unfortunately. Now, let's see, how is Jetfish going to do? Is he going to take that professional pole position of 128.322? No, he doesn't. It's going to be a 128.382. So 600ths of a second off the pace. Not much. Reese 131.974. Not a competitive time. Let's see how the Alpine of Godzilla Jr. is going to do. Navigating turn 10 there. Now DRS is open all the way down to turn 11 as they throw the car from the right to the left. From the window to the wall. And now into turn 13. Now let's see, Godzilla Jr. coming into turn 14 now. What time is that Alpine going to be able to put on the board? It's not going to be in the 1 minute 20s. It's going to be a 131.505. Still not the slowest. You see it has that record at the moment of 131.974, unfortunately. I'm guessing it's a bit like Yuji Ide's record of the worst Formula 1 driver. It's one record that you don't want. I think he only lasted, what was it, 100 metres or something, 200 metres from turn 1 at Monza. So it didn't last that long, unfortunately. But yeah, Risi has got the medium tyres on that car, so they'll be about to swap them out for the Red Bull Pirellis to get a faster lap in. Built-in Matt now, around the final corner to the line. Goes 7th, 130.368. Blue Panda has invalidated their lap time, so they will be having to go again. Double Cream Cat to the line, 131.465. That puts them into 9th place. We've got Goddard's now. They're going to be the next driver up, I think. Now, let's see, they're coming up to the final corner now. What time is the McLaren going to be able to put on board? Did get pole before. Only good enough for 3rd place this time, 129.083, so quite a way off previously. So now we're just going to be a little bit patient now, as a lot of drivers will be jumping into the pits to get a final fresh set of softs on, so they could do one final lap. As you see, Bolton Matt returning to the pits, and he's just going to have enough time to get in, get tyres changed and get back out, which all in all takes about 50 seconds to a minute to do all this, to get back in the garage, get refueled, get tyres and get all that sorted. So you will just manage to get out in time. Godzilla Jr. may not have that luxury. Double Cream Cat is on their lap right now. And is Temp's Shadow on a lap? Yep, Temp's Shadow is taking advantage of the clear track right now. I've got a couple of Aston Martins just up ahead of them of Asdog and Double Cream Cat. Hopefully they won't be getting in the way, but we'll see if that is going to be the case with Temp's Shadow now coming into turn 10 and navigating that quite nicely. Car rotating absolutely beautifully. Now you could see the pair of them just up ahead. Physical and Godzilla Jr. Are they going to be able to get back out on track? I don't think they are. I think that's it for them. So Physical and Godzilla Jr. both not being able to get back out, neither Jetfish or Goddard's. Temps here has a chance to be able to secure this pole position. What time is Temps going to be able to put on the board? It's going to be a 128.074, even quicker than previously. Is anyone going to be able to dethrone him? Roscoe is on a lap, coming around turn 8 right now. Is that Blue Williams going to be able to seal the deal and get a pole position? It's going to have to improve by over 1.5 seconds right now. Yep, I will say that was definitely a fun sprint race that just happened there. Looking at that, it was a crazy battle for the third place and almost second place if Jetfish hadn't started to pull away, and almost near the end, I will say, with that error that Jetfish did make, that could have brought you guys back into it. But right now, Roscoe coming to the line, goes fourth, 129.117. Did improve, but only by 0.4 of a second. Temps looks like that's going to be it for them. Asdog is going to be starting at the back of the pack, not setting the time. We've got Racy just coming through the start of sector 2 now. We've got Belton Matt on a lap. We'll go further up. We've got Steve Penny now. Nimby, where are they? They're there. So we've got Steve Penny on a lap coming to the line. Previous time 130.011. Does improve, but not enough to move up any positions. Belton Matt, I think they're going to be up next. No, it's going to be the Ferrari of Nimby. And I will say that engine noise is very nippy, I will say. Nimby to the line. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put on the board. It's going to be a 128.886. Puts that in the third place on the second row. Built-in mark, rounding turn 13. What time is the Williams going to be able to put on the board? We will soon see. Racy is going to be next up though. Previous time at 131.974. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. They managed to go 8 to 130.267. Moving down to Bilton Matt. Let's see how they're going to be able to do it in this Williams. And I think they moved up into 8th place. We will need to check that. There we go, Temp Shadow getting a 128.074, fastest lap, and takes that pole position. Jetfish in second. Nimby third, then we've got Goddard's fourth, fifth for Roscoe, Blue Panda in sixth, Steve Penny seventh, eighth for Bilton Matt, Racy in ninth, 10th for Physical, Godzilla Jr. 11th, 12th for Double Cream Cat, and Asdog unfortunately not managing to set a time in the end, and will be starting in the 7th row all on their own at the back of the grid. We'll see how that's going to be faring for them. Now we're going to be moving on to the 29 lap Grand Prix. This is going to be a fun one. So mandatory pit stop. Everyone will have to end up taking a switch to another tyre. Well, by the looks of it, it's nice and dry, so it's most likely going to be, we could possibly see a soft, hard split here. Knowing my luck though, everyone's going to pick mediums. Watch this. So there we go, folks. We've got the green light to go for the formation lap, and it looks like is this Bicycle taking a bit of an alternate route. Now we're going to see most of it as it's a three-way split between each tyre compound. This is going to be interesting one. So we've got 5 drivers on the medium tyres, 5 drivers on the soft tyres, and 3 drivers on the hard tyres. So the hard tyres are Belton Matt, Double Cream Cat and Asdog, all on them hard compound tyres, 8th, 12th and 13th. Soft tyres, Bicycle, Godzilla Jr., Steve Penny, Goddard and Roscoe. All on the medium tyres, Reese, Blue Panda and the top 3 of Temp Shadow, Jetfish and Nimby. So it's going to be a belter. Just stay tuned, folks, and we will be getting ready to get underway in just a few moments. So there we go, folks, seeing everybody getting lined back up, and Nimby's got his coordinates a little off. I think he's maybe trying to park at the Jeddah track maybe, and he's realising he's still got a few more places to go and he's in the wrong position. He needs to go further up. Keep going, Nimby, keep going. You're in the wrong position. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more, a little bit more. There you go. You're in 3rd place. There we go, lad. There we go. The usual Ferrari strategy of blending in doesn't work this time. There we go. We've got the lights on. All the lights are on. 5 red lights, and we are away for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Looks like Temp Shadow wants to get a good launch off the line. Jetfish goes over and tries to take the outside line to try and get a better launch, going down into turn 4, but up the inside with a dive bomb is Nimby, and let's see, is he going to manage to hold it off? Got the inside line at turn 3. Jetfish is going up the middle. Is he going to be getting boxed in there from Nimby? Temps managing to hold off there, but Jetfish is going to manage to hold off on that 2nd place. It looks like he did after getting a little bit of a wobble there. Nimby, and now is down into 4th place with Roscoe there moving up into 3rd place. We've got a yellow flag, and that is Reese up in turn 4, so unfortunately turned around. Looking on at Godzilla Jr. and Asdog up quite a few places. Bicycle is fell right down the order a little bit. Oh no, he's not, sorry, my mistake. He did actually start 10th, but he fell down there from Asdog, as Bolton Matt and Reese haven't managed to get the best of starts, unfortunately. Bolton Matt is right on the back of Bicycle, just ahead though, so still in the fight. We're going to move further up and we'll see this battle between Jetfish and Temps Shadow right now. As we know, Jetfish didn't qualify in the sprint, but did manage to get second place in the sprint Grand Prix. Let's see, is Jetfish going to be able to make a move here and go for a little dive down the inside? No, but he did have a little peek, just judging that distance and seeing where that car will sit. Just being extra cautious right now. You don't want to be done too much early on in the Grand Prix, as we do know that that could end up causing a big mess up if an error does go wrong. Oh, moving further down, Fizeco right on the tail there of Asdog, and is going for the dive down the inside at turn 8, and he makes that work. That was actually a beautiful move there from Fizeco there. So now next on the list for Fizeco will be Godzilla Jr. See if he's going to be able to catch up to Godzilla. He's got 1.1 seconds there, so he just needs to take off 2/10 in order to get up close enough. We're going board with Blue Panda right now as they're right on the tail of Steve Penny, the other Red RB driver, sorry. The other Red Bull team. Oh, Goddard's getting a little bit of shape in that McLaren. Is this going to allow Steve Penny to go for a move here? And it doesn't look like it just yet, but they're all in a line and all just waiting, ready to go for a move and pounce. And I will say that is one issue with Formula... Jeezy peeps. Nimbe and Goddard's there, swapping places. Goddard's up into 4th place. We're going further down as Goddard's... Oh, Godzilla Jr. made an error and is now down into 10th place. He's going to try and hold off on that 9th place, battling with Asdog here. Is he going to manage to get it? Well, Bolton Matt's looking every which way to try and make a move and get past. And he manages to get past up into 10th place. We'll move further up there for a moment. We'll see Blue Panda, Steve Penny and Nimbe all battling out. And it looks like Blue Panda's got a broken front wing now. Going a little bit deep there into turn 8. And... clangs into the side of Steve Penny, unfortunately, it seems. DRS is open, going to have to be careful on that fuel. Less drivers in the race already means that there's going to be a less chance of a safety car happening, so going to have to be careful of that. Temps Shadow is now, was just over a second ahead, and if he uses a bit more of that battery, could end up getting up there and breaking that DRS window. Goddard's now up into 3rd place, does the dive on Roscoe, but who is going to have the DRS? It's going to be Roscoe, and Roscoe's going to be able to fight back going into turn 1. This is all just helping Jetfish and Temps Shadow pull away. Now looking at the volumes of Roscoe using the DRS, it goes up the outside of turn 1. Is he going to manage to hold off on that position? No, Goddard's actually coming across the track a little and not letting Roscoe have that place easy, and that's upset that Williams. And is Steve Penny going to be able to pounce on it? Looking behind there, we can see Nimbe and Blue Panda battling out. Blue Panda goes deep with having that front wing damage, and Nimbe now manages to make it up into 7th place. You can see Blue Panda just falling back now, unfortunately. Goddard's... Jeezy peeps. Goddard's down from 3rd there. Roscoe and Steve Penny managed to move up there past him. It seemed... I literally just looked away for the briefest of moments there. And that's the thing with this sport. You look away for the briefest of moments for half a second and you could miss the most insane amount of action you've ever witnessed. And now looking at Goddard, he's trying to have a run around the outside at turn 12, not going to manage to carry that momentum with him. He's got Steve Penny just ahead of him with Roscoe in that 3rd place just ahead. If Roscoe does end up managing to pull a gap in the next lap or two, that could help out Goddard's. But then again, Goddard's is kind of forcing that by trying his utmost to get past Steve Penny, which he does. And we could see four of them here all battling out there with Nimby trying up the inside of Goddard. He's going to manage to get a double overtake here. The McLaren, the Blue Panda is getting involved as well. Goddard's all over the shot. Blue Panda now moves up, same with Steve Penny up into sixth. Nimby is now up into fourth place, and Roscoe is still holding off onto that third position right now, and that is absolutely insane. Jetfish managing to catch back up to the back of Temps Shadow after Temps just seemed to take it a bit casually, and Jetfish pulling that gap in. Oh my Jesus, I need a minute here, but all the action is still kicking off as Goddard is battling with Steve Penny here. Is he going to try an Alonso switchback here? Nope, he doesn't. But is he going to get the traction on the exit? He stays on the grippier part of the track. Is it going to work? Is he going to manage to use this outside line to get around? Yes, he does. He makes contact with Steve Penny. And just talking about Alonso, you must always leave the space, as Fernando once said. And it didn't look like he left enough space there, but that was a poor angle from me, so I'm unsure about the inside line there, so I'm not going to properly give my opinion on that, but it's one of them. Blue Panda still battling out with that broken end plate. Still managing to actually hold on quite nicely, but Steve Penny and Roscoe have jumped into the pit lane. And we'll get that data up. We'll see that they were on the soft tyres. And now we're moving on to the medium tyres for Roscoe and the hard compound for Steve. So, are some of these drivers opting for a one-stop and some of them for a two-stop? Because that would be interesting, as we usually see a lot of people do end up just tending to mimic the quickest tyre strategy, whether that be like, I remember a few years ago in Brazil, it was a bit of a difficult one to do, but you had to just be a little bit delicate on your first stint on the mediums. This was at Brazil, doing 50% race. 36 laps, doing 21 laps on the mediums and then the rest on the soft compound tyres. It was a little bit difficult near in the middle stages, but it was did end up becoming the better strategy, I will say, and did use that a good few times to a good result. But looking on right now, we'll go on board with Goddard, as he's got a brilliant view of Nimby and Blue Panda, which he's going to be able to get a run on here while the two are battling going into turn 14. And there he is. Oh, that was a bit of a late move there from Nimby. That was a bit of a naughty move there. And we actually seen Goddard's had to lift off there, and that is... I was actually worried there that was going to be a big crash, but Goddard's managing to make it past Blue Panda after Blue Panda not managing to be able to get a good run due to that broken front wing. Oh, Nimby getting a little bit out of shape. They're taking a bit too much curb at turn 11. Right now what we'll do is we'll go up to Jetfish and Temps Shadow, who are battling out for that first place right now. And it looks like Jetfish using a little bit of that battery there just to try and keep the gap. Doesn't look like he's going to be going for the move just yet though. Moving further down to Nimby and Blue Panda, both of them managing to get DRS there. So still sticking with Goddard's. So we're on lap 8 now, out of 29 in this Grand Prix. How many drivers have made pit stops? Only 2, Roscoe and Steve Penny. Looking at the tyres right now, Godzilla Jr., Fisico and Goddard are still on them soft compound tyres. We did see them be able to do 10 laps previously, so we'll see if possibly it could end up seeing a soft medium maybe. It's going to be very unusual, but is Nimbe going to be going for the move here, going into turn 11? He's trying to take that inside line. He's going to turn to the outside, which he's going to have to be careful as Blue Panda's going to be having a bit of understeer. And he manages to make it around nicely. So Blue Panda down into 5th position now, and under threat from Asdog on them hard compound tyres just behind. Fisico into the pits now. Is Asdog going to be going for the move? No, he can't just yet, because Blue Panda goes for the move on Nimbe. Asdog now going for the move on Nimbe up the inside at turn 4, goes deep. That allows Nimbe the space to get back through, and they're side by side on the exit, and Nimbe manages to defend off on that 5th position. And now all this battle is going to be music to Blue Panda's ears, as he's going to be able to try and make a little bit of a gap to try and defend that position, as Asdog's struggling to try and come to grips with the traction levels of that Aston Martin car coming out of turn 8 there. Move further up right now and see Jetfish still on the tail of Temp's shadow. And I think Jetfish is going to be coming into the pits this lap, we'll soon see. Asdog gets the first penalty of the night. And oh, Jetfish does stay out. Oh, looking on at Asdog there, getting a little bit of shape on the exit of turn 15. Goddard's into the pits. GZ Peeps, let me see what the action is. Blue Panda being overtaken by Nimbe. Is he going to be braking late going into that first corner? No. He's going to be trying to get the DRS back, going up into turn 4. And that is going to be when he's going to be going for a 10-second penalty for Godzilla Jr. for speeding in the pit lane. Right behind the Blue Panda is Asdog. Goddard's jumping onto the soft tyres. Oh, going to be doing a double soft strategy here. That's interesting. Double soft medium here. Now let's see how things are going to be going with the cars further up front. Actually, wait there, Reese being overtaken by Goddard on them fresh softs, and we can see another overtake here from Goddard as he's going to be flying past Double Cream Cat in just a second. There we go. Temps into the pits now, and it's going to be going on them hard compound tyres. Is Jetfish going to be opting for a later stop? A different tyre stop strategy, should I say? Or is he going to opt to stay on the same one and pit this lap? That is the question. Nimbe and Blue Panda still all battling out like crazy, with Asdog getting involved there and getting up past Nimbe, and has now just got Blue Panda just ahead of him, who has got that damaged front wing, and will be hoping to get that changed at the next stop. You'll just need to remember and put the little icon to the right to say that he does want it repaired, because sometimes it doesn't, and the pit crew like to be lazy sometimes and just be like, looks alright, and we'll just like send you out with a broken front wing, and you're like, bro, this isn't catching any air at all. Like, yeah. So, very fun when that does happen. It's happened to myself a few times. Temp's Shadow is right behind this little gaggle of cars here, battling out for what is now second place. But no, it isn't really right now. As we do know that Temps is technically in first place right now, considering the gap that he's got right now to the leader, 21 seconds, and I think he's actually going to be out of DRS range by the time we come back around, depending on how well Jetfish does and how well he gets Temps gets past these drivers, which he's just passing the Ferrari of Nimby. As the Aston Martin of Asdog's looking for a move on Blue Panda. Blue Panda being excellent defending here, but we'll see if that is going to keep up. Goddard's setting the fastest lap time to be expected on them soft compound tyres. Dem Shadow looking for a run around the outside, but just not managing to carry that speed. And it's about a 23-second pit stop here, so about 22 to 23 second pit stop. So right now it is quite close between Temps and Jetfish, and unfortunately Temps, this isn't their fight with Temps right now, as he has made a pit stop. We'll see if he's going to be just let past by Blue Panda. I think that would be the ideal strategy for Blue Panda, is to just let Temps by. Would be the optimum strategy, but it doesn't look like he's going to be going for it just yet. Blue Panda into the pits now. Same with Jetfish. Where is Jetfish going to come out? That is the question. I think he's just been serviced and now on his way out. And Temps Shadow takes the lead of this Grand Prix yet again. Is Nimby going to be able to get back in front of Jetfish? Yes, Jetfish is behind Nimby and Asdog. Nimby getting a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And is Jetfish going to be able to get that? Not just yet, but whoa, they make contact. Jetfish and Nimby make contact. That was unexpected. I didn't expect Jetfish to go for that move, and I didn't think Nimby did either. Has Jetfish got any damage to that front wing of the Haas? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Neither does Nimby, so both managing to walk away scot-free. Temp's Shadow right now is looking like he has got the victory in the bag, but don't count your chickens before they hatch, because you never know what may happen. The gap to Jetfish, 4 seconds now. Can he pull it in? He's done it before, so we'll go see if he could do it again. Coming up the inside of Nimby to take that third position. See Physical getting past Double Cream Cap for that 8th position also. We'll move up to Jetfish as he's trying to catch up to Asdog, who's just up ahead, and could get within 3 seconds possibly of Temp's Shadow. But after that, it's just going to be set on raw pace. There's not going to be any DRS help or assistance that can come in. Asdog and Jetfish swapping places with him. Oh, JC peeps. Sometimes there's stuff happening and I just can't even keep up with it. But yeah, Jetfish now past Asdog, and Asdog now down in third place, still yet to make a pit stop on them hard tyres, and will be on them for a long time trying to do the offset, as we're just about to come up to the halfway point in this Grand Prix. So Asdog still keeping that DRS window, so that's good. And Goddard's now flying past Bilton Matt. Bilton Matt's best thing to do is just try and keep up. So Jetfish not managing to bring that gap in anymore just yet. We'll go back down to this battle here between Blue Panda, Nimby and Steve Penny. In fact, that's one thing I want to check. Yep, Mercedes did change that front wing, but it's not going to help him just yet, as Nimby is trying there, but I guess the new front wing did help, and you can see the speed that he's carrying now is a lot more than previously. So Blue Panda trying to get within that DRS range of Double Cream Cat just ahead. Is Blue Panda going to make it? Yeah, they did. So now in that DRS window, and now is going to be able to defend from Nimby behind and possibly go for this overtake here, going into turn one and makes it up into 7th place. And he got the DRS also. Spectacular move there from Blue Panda to create that gap, which Nimby now manages to get past Double Cream Cat now. Double Cream Cat going for that offset as well, that long stretch on them hard compound tyres at the start rather than at the end. We see a lot of drivers preferring to get a good start, then get clean air in order to keep going that little bit longer and opt for that undercut. But looking at right now, Steve Penny struggling to get past a Double Cream Cat, being on them 10 lap old hard compound tyres. Came in off the softs at the very start of this Grand Prix. Well, not at the very start, but lap 6, 7, and now moves up into 9th place past Double Cream Cat, who's been on them hard tyres from the very get-go of this Grand Prix. And now we're moving on to lap number 17. As Goddard now gets past Asdog, is going to be having to come back in order to get another set of tyres. But right now it's not going to be too much of an issue. He's just needing to make quite a bit of a gap to the rest of the cars near him. Takes about a 20-second pit stop, so looking on at Goddard, he's going to end up falling down possibly behind Physical unless he gets a move on. We'll see how that is going to unfold though, whether a 2-stop is the better strategy or not. And in fact, what we'll do real quick is we'll have a look at pit stops and we'll see Goddard's, yep, softs onto softs, so he has definitely got to make another pit stop here tonight, folks. So we could definitely see him falling back down to at least 5th position anyway. Going with Blue Panda now as they're battling with Physical. And who's going to be able to get the better grip? It looks like it's going to be Blue Panda, who's also got that DRS using some of that battery as well, and now sweeps over to the right-hand side to claim that 6th position. 17.2 seconds is the gap to the next car, which is Built-in Matt. So, and don't think Built-in Matt has pitted yet, neither has Asdog, so we'll go and have a wee quick check on that. So yeah, Asdog and Built-in Matt both still yet to pit, so Blue Panda is looking on for quite a decent result here. Looking on for a 4th position if all does end up going well. Jetfish still not being able to catch up to Temp's Shadow anymore. The gap's sort of stabilised. Oh, Asdog, one thing you don't want, 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Naughty, naughty. Goddard's into the pits also. Is Blue Panda going to be able to get out in front of Goddard's here? Yes, he is. What about Physical? Physical coming into turn 1. They're going to be side by side with Goddard's. Goddard's is going to be having to yield that position and is on them slower tyres right now as they're nice and cold. And going up, is Nimby going to be able to get past here? He's trying that outside line. He's going to be able to try and switch back. Nope, he has to settle for that 7th place. Not managing to get past Goddard's, but this is perfectly what Blue Panda has wanted. And now he just has to be careful and try and bring it home. And could actually technically get this 3rd place here if he keeps it going. Built-in Matt still has to make a pit stop, hasn't pit yet. Could possibly see him going on to them soft tyres soon enough. What tyres did Goddard's went onto the hard compound tyres? Did he not have another set of mediums? Maybe that was the issue, unfortunately. We'll move further down. Roscoe getting past Double Cream Cat there. He did unfortunately miss that. We've seen Nimby, Goddard's and Physical battling out here. Goddard's realises that he's got to get a move on. Oh, little tap at the rear from Nimby on Physical, and Physical ends up going a little bit deep. No damage though to either driver, so that is always a green flag sign. Steve Penny into the pits now for the 2nd time. Did end up coming into the pits quite early to end up jumping from the soft tyres onto the hard compound tyres. Now onto the medium compound tyres. Looking on at Nimby here, he's eyeing up that position on Physical for that 6th position. Moves to the left-hand side and now takes that inside line and moves up into that 6th position. Does have a penalty, so technically not his position just yet. Asdog. Oh yeah, 16 seconds worth. That was due to a 10-second time penalty also, unfortunately, and 2 3-second time penalties. So could fall quite a way back. Quite a way back, unfortunately. Sorry. Pardon me there. Physical into the pits now. Bilt and Matt also just coming out of the pits. And he will be on the soft, medium compound tyre. Would have thought being on the soft tyre would have been better, but maybe not got them left, unfortunately. Physical and Reese battling out here, and we're on board with Steve Penny. Oh, and he almost goes into the back of Reese there and had to actually lift off. Reese giving him the squeeze, not leaving him a space. And funnily enough, it was at this track that quote was said. All the time you have to leave the space. Moving further up, we'll see Goddard's battling out with Blue Panda here for this 3rd position. Who's going to end up claiming that last podium position? Is it going to be Goddard's, or is it going to be Blue Panda on the slightly older hard compound tyres, or it's going to be Asdog? That's going to be a close one, but I doubt it's going to be Asdog due to them penalties that he does have. They will provide quite the hindrance. Temp Shadow managing to do quite a great race up to now. 5.3 seconds is the gap. And that just came shooting down. Goddard's going for that move on Blue Panda, going into turn 1. Blue Panda is fighting it around the outside, which is going to turn into the inside, which isn't going to allow him to carry the momentum through turn 3. Let's see, is he going to end up with the DRS? No, he isn't. So Goddard's has got that 3rd place. No, from that camera angle, it looked like Blue Panda was going for a bit of a dive bomb there, but opted not for it, and opts to keep that 4th position instead. So Goddard's best he's looking for right now is a 3rd place, unless a safety car does come out. That is the question. Is a safety car going to come out, or is it going to be all smooth sailing? The one good thing about less drivers is less chance of a safety car does happen. Nimby playing a bit with fire there on the exit of funnily enough, turn 13. Yeah. A bit of a precarious one. Drivers spread out a bit more now. Blue Panda still on the tail of Goddard's still. 3-second time penalty for Nimby for multiple warnings. So, well, we've got a little bit of time here, folks. One thing I thought I would want to talk about a wee bit, it was a bit of a weird one, I will say, is the way the Formula 1 calendar is this year. It's a bit of an odd one, I will say. So, we ended up having, what was it, 22nd? What, 3 races, I think it was? 4 races. One, 2, 3. So we'd like 4 races in the space of 1 month, and then we got a 3-week break, and then I think as we do another 3 in a row, you have another triple header, then a 3-week break again, which I'm just confused about, to be honest. Why not just make it a 2 weeks, every 2 weeks or something, but unusual, we'll say. But yeah, I did find that a bit odd. So anyone that's there in the chat, feel free to fire any comments in, whether you be watching it live right now or watching it later on tomorrow or whenever you do rewatch this. Feel free to fire comments in, let me know what you think of this race. It's not very interesting as things stand at the moment. There's a little bit of so Racy playing with Brett Mylander there. So no safety car there, just a little spin out at turn 4. Manages to get back going again. Asdog managing to get within the DRS range of Blue Panda. Looking at Godzilla Jr. getting a 3-second time penalty. Another one for multiple warnings. It's never good when you get them as yeah, especially one thing that is annoying is if it's a light safety car and it does actually really hinder you then. But looking at Asdog right now, has got a multitude of penalties right now, 16 seconds worth, will drop down quite a considerable margin unfortunately due to them penalties. So we'll get the position changes up. So Asdog actually doing up 8 positions right now, but unfortunately he has got the multitude of penalties, so that's going to end up rendering him back. Let's see. Jetfish into the pits. What? He's going for the fastest lap. Oh. Sticky wheel nut. Sticky wheel nut. Is it? Oh no, he managed to get out. I was just hoping we could possibly end up seeing a race between Jetfish and Goddard's, but he got out well ahead in front of Jetfish, and can Temps actually pit to get to attempt the fastest lap? Because you will have time, but is it worth the risk? That's the question. Is Temps going to do it? It's on lap 26. You could have lap 27 to get ready, 29, 28 and 29 to go for it. If he does get it to work, that's the question. Whether it does or not. Whether he's trying to bait him into it, maybe, into trying going for it. That's the question, but he will have plenty of time to get back in and get back out and still keep the lead of this Grand Prix. And I think he's opting to stay out. So, Temps happy to take the win in easy fashion. Jetfish happy with that second place. Will take the fastest lap next time he comes around. Asdog still on the tail of Blue Panda for that 4th position. Let's see how Asdog is going to be. Is he going to be able to go for it? Yep, DRS wide open, manages to make that look nice and easy. But The stewards are going to make it nice and easy to hand that position back due to the multitude of penalties, unfortunately, that Asdog has. And unfortunately, that is the case in this instance, that the driver does have a lot of penalties. And Blue Panda manages to end up getting it back past and up into that fourth position again. So there we go, just as suspected, Jetfish putting in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but the driver who has gone on in first place right now is Temp's Shadow, who's managed to perform quite a stellar race there, getting the pit stop done at the exact right moment that he needed it in order to get a good lead and pass, make a good gap anyway, enough to get Jetfish out of that DRS range. As we do know that when you're in that DRS window, there's a little bit of a deficit as to being the car in front, in some cases anyway. Oh, that's still getting a little bit of a shape there. So the only close battle that's happening right now is between Blue Panda and Asdog. Godzilla Jr. getting another 3-second time penalty. It's not going to matter to him anyway, as he's at the back of the pack anyway. So he's just going to make sure he doesn't end up getting disqualified, and they will be all good. So folks, I do apologise about that. I never realised that my control was pretty much out of battery. But there we go, see Blue Panda there getting that overtake done on the final lap. Is Asdog going to be able to come back and have an answer for that in these last few moments? Let's see, is he running down into turn 4? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Looks like Blue Panda's managed to seal the deal on that. Double Cream Cat is actually right behind Racy. They are down a lap, I think. I'm unsure, but Double Cream Cat just trying to get that. Oh! And into the wall they go. Temp Shadow comes across the line to take victory here in round 14 of Bahrain in IRC eSports. Absolutely incredible performance from them, and Jetfish will come home in second. But right now the battle is on between Blue Panda and Asdog, as Asdog takes that fourth position on track, and he's actually run out of fuel. Blue Panda is out of fuel. Nimby is going to be able to take that fifth position. Is Asdog actually going to manage to get a good result here? Bilton Matt is coming around turn 13, and you can see Blue Panda ahead of him struggling. Is both the Williams going to be able to get the Mercedes here? This is going to be absolutely incredible if this does happen. And Asdog could actually end up getting this fourth position. Asdog getting a 10-second time penalty. Does end up getting overtaken by Nimby. Is Bilton Matt going to be able to get past and up there? Yes, he does. He gets that fourth place. Goddard comes home in third. Roscoe gets fifth. Incredible result there for the Williams team. Blue Panda comes home in sixth after running out of fuel. Nimby in seventh, eighth for Asdog, and Faisico in ninth place incredible there. Blue Panda just underfueling that bit much, forgetting that there isn't that there wouldn't be a safety, that there wasn't a safety car. So a bit unfortunate there for the Mercedes driver. But sometimes these things do end up happening. It's happened to myself having to save on fuel after underfueling. But there we go, brilliant race there from Temps Shadows, who ends up taking that win. But Jetfish is the one who walks away with the fastest lap and second place. Temps still managing to get the best out of tonight after getting both the victories and qualifying second place in the sprint. Jetfish in second, Goddard's in third, and with fourth for Bilton Matt there, coming up from 8th place there. Nicely done from them. Roscoe in 5th, 6th for Blue Panda. Unfortunate in the end there after doing a really great race. Then Nimby in 7th, 8th for Asdog. Fizical in 9th, 10th for Steve Penny Reese in 11th. Double Cream Cat in 12th and 13th place for Godzilla Jr. So I will say that was a brilliant race there. Looking on, we'll see what next week's race is going to be for round 15. We'll see what it is going to be. So just on Bahrain, so it's going to be Suzuka next. So that is definitely going to be a fun one. So tune in next Thursday for Suzuka for round 15, and on Saturday I will be live again at 8 o'clock, and that is going to be for the final round of WWR, and that is going to be in Abu Dhabi, and it's also going to be a sprint race also. So if you enjoy the content, tune in then on Saturday 8 PM UK time for that, and until then, you guys take care of yourselves, and from me it is peace out.